Nico is gone.
Yes, sir.
Gone.
Wow.
Nico Harrison's gone.
Now let me ask you this, Josh. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The organization had belief that this was gonna work. Right? They wanted to at least see Nico's plan through.
Mm-hmm.
It only lasted for 11, 12.
Mm-hmm. 9 months total.
9 months total since the
9
trade.
months and 11 games into the season, bro. Since he traded Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers, will be known as arguably one of the worst trades in NBA history.
To be honest,
I know. No, I said that on Twitter. This might be the worst trade. I think there are some other bad ones out there too. I obviously, I don't know. I would have to make a whole list to figure it out. But I do things that some bad trades that come to mind. Paul George going to the Clippers was not a good trade. The trade.
In hindsight, it wasn't a good trade.
In hindsight, it wasn't like. Look, I think like in hindsight, we thought it was a good trade. We put the Clippers in championship contention, but they only made it to the Western Conference Finals once, and they never got any closer after that. So it's looked at as a failure of a trade. Then when you look at and those trades also turns into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like in the NBA championship for the OKC Thunder. Yeah. I think of Boston and Brooklyn. Remember when Boston traded KG, Jason Terry, Paul Pierce to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn gave them all those picks, and those picks turned into Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart.
The mortgage of the century.
Like the mortgage of the century is hilarious.
Like, bro,
it was like I remember there are bad trades, man. There are bad trades. This might go down as one of the most unprecedented ones, and arguably top 5 worst as well. If not top 3, because Luka, who was in his early 20s, he wasn't like mid 20s or late 20s or even 30s. He was early 20s. You trade him to the Los Angeles Lakers to get an aging Anthony Davis, who is a champion and one of the best modern day big men we've had, but injury prone and old. Call a spade. To pair him up with Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. And that season,
scratching the surface of his prime. That's why I was going like this.
Like Luka didn't even apex yet. Luka now we're looking at Luka right now, who's averaging 40 on the Los Angeles Lakers, who's also in shape, by the way. Yes. Who looks like he slimmed down compared to previous years.
Skinny slim Luka. Shout out to my boy. My Aquarius twin.
Luka, bro. And then you have the situation where AD got hurt.
Yep.
Yes, you got the number 1 overall pick. Let's be honest, you lucked up with it. You rigged it, whatever you want to say. You got
the biggest conspiracy theory out there that people want to say that the NBA blessed them with this.
Yes, and it shouldn't have happened. You should have never gotten a number 1 pick, but yet you got it. You got Cooper Flag. He ain't playing like he ain't the greatest, but it's gonna take time for him to develop.
He's a project, bro.
He's a project. Kyrie's not back at the time. Kyrie's probably not gonna be coming back probably till like New Year's if you're lucky. AD is hurt again. Oh, hold on. We got a comment already. Game Talk podcast. We're gonna get to that. He didn't deserve to be fired.
Okay.
Shout out Game Talk. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get there. Don't worry.
He could be a scapegoat. That is the thing that people
and honestly, me and my best friend Trevor had a conversation about that while we were both at work. But right now, since Game Talk mentioned it, I was trying to set it up, but I'm dragging it, so we might as well get right to it. Nico's gone. He got fired as of what? Wednesday? What's today? What's today? He got fired yesterday, right?
Yes, he got fired yesterday. But I swear, this is the thing, right? I feel like the Dumont family. I mean, remember, this is the family that doesn't know anything about NBA stuff.
Yes,
okay? This is a family that came from Vegas, not literally, legitimately came from Vegas, but came from the business world of Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is casinos with them. Remember, there was the rumors like that as to why. And actually, a report came out today that minority owner
Mark Cuban.
Yes,
I got that article. I saw that too. So I'm gonna mention. I'm glad you talked about
decisions back into this, because clearly the family that they don't really care about NBA stuff, but they're treating it like a business. So now they got to have somebody that's like a nuance of, hey, you got to at least have the basketball product on the floor looking good. Business is good and all, but the basketball product is what makes you the money still at the end of the day. So
Dallas is a sports town, right? Dallas is a big sports town. Obviously, the Cowboys ain't doing jack for them. So all you kind of got to root for is the Mavericks. And Nico messed that up, bro. Like Showman, me and you did an episode Like, it was an emergency episode, bro. It was unscheduled. We had to like literally just like, yo, we gotta talk about this, bro.
I was putting away my laundry when this happened, bro. I remember
like, bro, I was about to go to bed when the trade happened, and it was unprecedented. No one had ever. I don't think I've ever seen a trade of this magnitude in all my life watching basketball, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't think it's the worst sports trade ever? Like, there's people in other sports that literally were shocked by this. They're saying like, "Yo, that's a crazy."
I think it's top. I think it's top.
Like,
top
that's
3, maybe.
I think it's top 3. That's close.
It might go down as the worst. It might go down because the Mavericks' future is not. It's not the darkest because they got Cooper Flag, and you mentioned he's a project. He's going to take time to develop. He can still be a star, if not a superstar, but he's going to take time. You got to surround him with pieces. And a new argument, you might need to surround him with a new coach. Who's to say Jason Kidd's not on the chopping block soon?
And I'm afraid of that. But the thing is, if Jason Kidd leaves this team, I don't see him not getting another job. Like, he definitely will get a job in the NBA. There's
I'm about to say a head coaching job or just a job in general.
Oh no, a head coaching job.
Okay. I'm about to say he'll definitely get an assistant coaching job.
I've seen a rumor about Ty Lue and his coaching thing after his press conference with Jokic after he dropped 55 last night. By the way,
I think it's up for Ty Lue as well this year, but that's a conversation for a different day. That might be a later topic, by the way.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a coaching vacancy that could happen either or anyway. But back to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I want to get back to Nico because the argument. This might be our biggest topic of this entire show. So I want to ask you: was Nico scapegoated? Did they turn Nico into a scapegoat?
To a degree, but the thing is, it's like how I'm looking at it. And shout out to Katie Beecham, right? Because he gave me this perspective from watching this video on this. Like I said, the Dumont family, right? Business. They didn't really think about anything that has to do with the product that's on the floor. So now coming into the situation, knowing who your GM is, who's handling all of that in terms of player personnel, they put their full trust into him. That means that Nico, sometimes when you have the almighty power, people can abuse the almighty power. So with his almighty power, he probably felt that, you know what, they already trust me enough to make the decisions that I feel like will be good in my eyes to trust my vision. So trading the best player and potentially in our franchise history was the best decision to do in order to continue with my vision of what I see, or to try to convince the Dumont family and everybody else in the Mavericks organization to see. So is he a scapegoat? I don't know. To a degree, yes. But to the other side to it, he was in contact with Rob Pelinka into making this decision and going through with it. So you had enough power or enough time, let alone to even reconsider, like, you know what? I'm not going to trade him. I think I can handle this superstar, no matter whatever personal feelings I may have. Because let's not forget, he made great other things, like trades, in order to make this happen. He got Kyrie. He got PJ Washington. They also come to the team. He showed out what Daniel Gafford could really do for this team. You know what I'm saying? As a lob threat. Then you got the other assets that also just came with it, with signing Spencer Dinwiddie, and look at that led to an NBA Finals appearance. And now you made the worst trade in NBA history, and it's like you had moments, but you kind of, I don't think he's a scapegoat, but it's like it gives scapegoat. You know?
So there's a lot that you mentioned that you said that I agree with, and there's some things I think I'm not going to attack, but I'm going to kind of add more context to as well, because there's a lot of rumors going on. Like, nothing's concrete. I don't think Nico's ever going to be able to talk about it. For all we know, Nico Harrison might have signed an NDA with the owner to never talk about the situation, right? There was some rumors that the owner wanted Luka to bend the knee, like, because like you said, new ownership. This ain't Mark Cuban, who knows basketball. Who, like, Mark Cuban would have never made this trade. So Mark Cuban started to fall back, right? The Dumont family comes in, and with the game talk today, they have a good team. It's just everyone needs to be healthy on the mat. Yes. Everyone needs to be healthy on the mat. But right now, it's like it's a toxic environment in there because of they got the argument made. They got rid of the toxicity in Nico Harrison, but now there's talk that, now that Nico's gone, and the Dumont family, I don't know if you saw this clip, Shomer, the Dumont family, the head of it, the dude, I forgot the dude name, but that dude sat next to a Laker fan and apologized to him, to saying, like, I'm sorry I traded Luka, bro. I made a mistake. So it's a lot going on here. So it's like our argument can be made that the Mavs might be in a rebuild mode. I mean, they might be headed to a rebuild mode, bro.
I don't see a problem with that, due to the fact that they're in their situation of Cooper Flag being. The thing is that people, there was the consensus, probably just like Ty himself, right? That people looked at this Mavericks trade and felt like, okay, yes, they messed up in the royalist, craziest way. But when you look at the team constructed, it's like, are we excited by the names or are we excited by the roster construction of the team? I think it was a little bit of both.
I think it's question mark. I think me and Trayvon had, because me and Trayvon disagrees with me, and I would say like he Trayvon believes, my boy Trayvon believes that Nico was scapegoated. I was like, I'm kind of in the mindset of you, Shomer. I'm like, yo, Nico's the basketball guy. This ain't Mark Cuban's basketball team. This is the dude. This is a team who doesn't know. This is the owner who doesn't know jack about basketball. So you're my basketball mind. I trust your word, right? Exactly. You're telling me that Luke, who took them to the finals, Luka Doncic, who took to the finals, and eventually, and they lost, right? So how can we fix this? And you're telling me, yo, we could trade for Luka. We trade Luka to the Lakers. We get Anthony Davis back. Anthony Davis, who is again old and very, 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 very much injury prone, to the point people think his driving car is the ambulance. So now you're like, okay, we're going to you're pitching me. You're going to pitch me this great idea. And it sounds great in your head and it coming out your voice. Because again, you're my basketball guy, right? You're my basketball mind.
Yes.
I was like, all right, I co-sign it. Trade Luka. I don't even know there's rumors. The rumors saying around Jason Kidd knew about it. Jason Kidd didn't know about it. We don't know. Judging from that press conference when they did, it looked like he didn't know about it. He was very much pissed about it. All right.
You look so all kinds of like disbelief.
Yeah.
But wait, there is the fact that people really believed into this, like the fact throughout the D'Angelo Russell signings, the Max Christie's being on the team, the Kyrie coming back with a Klay Thompson and an Anthony Davis.
And hold up, I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up because it all was predicated on one man, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis didn't even barely played last season because he was hurt, and now we're already 11 games in and he's hurt again.
But why we can't say like that's the vision that people believe that? I think it's
because the vision is old and flawed.
But let's see.
The vision doesn't work because you got two dudes who are constantly hurt, and not to mention Klay is playing like garbage.
He is. It does look bad all around, but people got to understand that we fell in love with he technically got people to fall in love with this idea.
No matter how much you can gaslight me into believing this idea. I wanted Luka. The fans wanted Luka. I'm not a Mavericks fan. I'm just speaking from the perspective of Mavericks because I heard everything that there was here from a Mavericks crash out during that trade. No one wanted this trade. Luke Shomer, during the game, they were booing, they were chanting "Fire Nico" while Cooper Flag was trying to win the game at a free throw line.
Yeah, that is,
bro. The fans hated him. It was like, it was like. Yo. I can't even. I'm trying to think of a scene from a movie right now, and I can't think of it. Like it was bad, bro. It was bad. Like dog, Nico got a point to. Nico might have to. The moment Nico got fired, bro, he probably put his house out for sale, bro. He probably put his house on for sale.
He got death threats because of this stuff.
Like and that's how bad. Like
I get it. It is bad, but there was the slither of hope. All right,
if the sliver of hope, they were dead, bro. So they got the worst offensive in the league. They the worst offense in the league.
They had the best. They got the best. Okay, hold on. Let me
they're 8 and they're 3-8.
They're 3-8. All right, watch.
Like it. No matter how you slice it, they're not supposed to be a bottom seed team already, bro. They're supposed to be up there with OKC, Houston, and Denver, but it's not looking well.
That is true.
Again, and it's not all because Klay. Nobody predicted Klay to play like garbage, bro. Especially when you dating Megan Thee Stallion and she's sitting courtside. Nobody predicted this. Nobody predicted averaging 9 points. Klay's shooting like 38 from the field, 28 from 3-point line. He averaging. It's bad, bro. It's bad. Klay is playing horrible. So Klay needs to lock in and get it together. Cooper Flag is a pet project. It's not. I'm not saying I'm calling him a pet project, but Cooper Flag is a project that's going to take time to develop. And Kyrie's hurt, AD's hurt, and this is I think this was the really the big one I think got him fired. Luka's averaging 37, close to 40 in LA, and they a top 4 team.
I can't even lie to you. You saw the game in Charlotte, right? You saw
Yes.
You saw the highlights. Yeah, that was
bro. The Lakers are winning with Luka and without LeBron. Who Luka slimmed? He was slim Luka, who's an MVP candidate. This might be the year Luka wins MVP, bro. Nico had to go. Nico had to go. Now, if you want to say he was scapegoated, I don't know. But at the end of the day, we know he traded him, bro. You're known as the dude who traded Luka Doncic. They're early 20-year-old diamond franchise player who took you to the finals and was averaging 35. Who was a consistent MVP candidate and all NBA player. You traded him.
So is he
to the franchise?
Is he a scapegoat? Is he not a scapegoat?
He's not a scapegoat. You got to take the L, bro. You got to take the L. I think there are other theories out there that also could be true about the owner who wanted Luka to bend the knee, who wanted to let everybody know I'm in charge. I'm gonna do nah, bro. At the end of the day, I'm not because I have no evidence. I don't have any factual evidence. I'm just hearing rumors. But at the end of the day, the only fact I do have is that you traded Luka Doncic. You went on a press conference after you traded him and said this will work. And then 9 months later and 11 games in, you're gone. So it failed.
If AD did not get hurt, do you think people would be this upset still?
I think they're always going to be upset. Even if AD didn't get hurt, they was always going to be upset. But you don't understand.
There was this babe. They literally had fool's gold in their hand and they gave it away for free.
Shomer, at the end of the day, they had Luka. It doesn't matter. No matter how great AD is, who's a great player, Hall of Famer, champion, one of the best modern day big man, bro. At the end of the freaking day, we had Luka, who could have been all of that by the age of 30.
He was all that now, okay, but
and I'm like, bro, and you traded him, and your brother knows the Lakers won the trade. The Lakers have been won that trade.
But the thing is, I'm not
because we said it. If the Dallas Mavericks don't win, this trade is an absolute failure, and it's already turned into an absolute failure because they fired the dude who did it. And now there's rumors AD might be headed to Chicago, bro.
It's becoming toxic for the franchise at this
point. The toxicity ain't gonna ever go away. Unfortunately, the Dallas Mavericks will be known as the franchise that traded Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers. So now all your best bet. I would tell you, I will blow it up, bro. I will blow up the whole goddamn thing.
I don't see why not. That's the best.
I think you gotta hit a massive. I'm talking unplugged reboot, bro. Everybody, it's just we gonna be losing. We gonna have to tank and get some draft picks. We gotta really rebuild, bro, because you have to find. You gotta find a way to get rid of all this toxicity. That's the only way you're gonna bring into that. Because AD just gonna be reminded, damn, we lost Luka, bro. We had Luka, and we traded him for him. That is all, and it's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, and I really hate to see it like that, bro. But it's like. Like we give respect to AD because he's really a superstar in his own right. But
yes, one of the best big men in the modern era, bro. One of the best big men in the modern era.
If we were talking about like a 23 or 24-year-old AD, okay,
yes,
might make a little bit,
but not a 33, 30, however, who dang their legs look like about the meat about to fall off the legs.
Oh, like my man from Houston that be full of
the turkey leg, and he be getting up. Like, no, that's what he looked like. I'm just like, bro, like AD being healthy is the equivalent of asking Joel Embiid be healthy. It's impossible. So now it's just like they're 3-8. They near the bottom of the West. Obviously, yes, they got a long season. Can they turn it around? Possibly. They got a lot of work to do. Kyrie's not. We don't have the estimate of Kyrie coming back probably to like winter time, if not January.
Trade him. I say, like you said, clean house, bro.
I would say trade him.
The only way that you could really even try to just make up for this is either you sell the franchise, which I feel like at some point it might just come down to it that they really just can't do nothing financially because they don't care about the franchise.
Also, wait, hold on, wait, quick pause, real quick, because you mentioned financially they lost sellout. They recently had no sellouts, so that's another big thing. They had a sellout. They had a sellout streak, and they lost it recently.
And the rating went down.
It's a hard reset time, bro. It's hard. Like hard reset.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Trade all the assets. You could get everything back you wanted to make this the either the most trash team or the most okay team in the world. You could trade AD. You could trade Clay. You could trade Kyrie. You could get something for at least PJ. You can at least get something for Daniel. All these complementary pieces, you can do something in order to make this a whole new situation.
So your brother mentioned something great. There's no such thing as loyalty in the NBA when it comes to the best/great players that don't want to get traded but decide to get traded anyway, right? So usually, I think it's 50-50, Mikhail. Kobe was a lifer, right? Never got traded. And the story is that when he wanted to get traded because he got tired of losing with the Lakers after Shaq left, that Dr. Jerry Buss made the trade for Pau Gasol to get them back to winning ways and help Kobe and Phil piece it up, right? And then they ended up winning 2 more championships together.
Correct.
Who else was it? Tim Duncan, lifer. Tim Duncan was a lifer, all-time great.
Dirk
Nowitzki, lifer, right? There are only times when certain players don't like. It's not that it's a loyalty. It's like, yo, sometimes it comes to an end. It's like a relationship. It comes to an end. Money issues, some things like that. Or we got to build for the future. Sometimes the organization, depending on how much they love you and respect you, they'll let you know, yo, listen, man, we going through a rebuild. I don't want you to be here for the rest of your career when we gonna be losing games nonstop. KG, Carl Pearson, Jerry Santeri. I truly believe all three of them had a conversation with ownership and management. Said, we're going to trade y'all to Brooklyn, put y'all in an argument, championship situation, which they kind of were. They were kind of in a championship situation with Brooklyn with Deron Williams and Joe Johnson, right? And they didn't pan out well. It is what it is type stuff, right?
I think the greatest example of this all should be what happened in Miami with Dwayne Wade.
Another one. That's kind of like the relationship just came to an end, bro. A relationship just came to an end. And
look, they sent him to Chicago.
Yeah,
and he got to the playoffs and it worked out. And then went to Cleveland. That's when they seen
it didn't work out, and he came back home to Miami and finished off his career. This is one of those times that it was almost low key a betrayal in Luka's because Luka didn't want to leave. Luka said he had bought it. He bought a house in Dallas. He real established to the finals. He was about to get a super duper max contract.
Super max.
He wanted to be the next Dirk Nowitzki of Dallas, right? And Dallas love their foreign basketball players.
Exactly.
And Nico Harrison said, bump that. You're going to LA. And now LA's got a franchise player that's probably gonna be winning them championships for the next 20 years.
No, that's a project. I told you that's a project for within the next 10 years, they expect to go to
10 years. Let me not say 20, like 10 to 15 years. Luka probably gonna win the championships.
They're definitely gonna win the championship. They're gonna have
it's like
LeBron or post-LeBron, one of the two.
No, that's a fact. There are good GMs, there are bad ones, and terrible ones. And low key, high key, Nico might be in between bad and terrible.
He got too much power. I'm telling you, it's an abuse of power, bro. It's got to be an abuse of power. It's not like you had your one big major job your first time ever and then you messed up. No, you made good pieces, but before the Luka trade, nobody questioned Nico Harrison basketball decisions.
Because they were sound and sensible. This is not sensible. This is insanity. This is dumb. There are a lot of other words I could say for this, but I'm not going to say them on our podcast, and they'll be insensitive. This is insane, bro. Like, who wakes up as a general manager and say, you know what, man, I'm going to trade a 20-year-old Luka Doncic? What?
But remember, this came over the course of months. This came as an idea that became more into reality.
So you couldn't talk to Luka saying, yo, in order to take the next step, you gotta lose shape. You gotta get in shape, bro. Because LeBron just did that. Now
people just aren't built to handle like superstar talent. Like there is don't get it wrong. Now there's starting to be more players that's gonna step into the more GM role, so they know how to manage to make maybe a player's personality in that regard compared to somebody that. But don't get it wrong. Nico Harrison, basketball background, played for I think like Montana State. Don't get it wrong. That's a basketball background. Do you have the mentality to deal with a superstar player? Some people can just let it go over the shoulder.
You get paid big bucks to deal with that, bro. That's your job. That's your job as a general manager. You get paid the big money to deal with these players, bro. To make sure they're happy, to appease them, to get them whatever they need, and also to make sure they stay. I don't want to say stay in line, but make sure I need you to stay in shape. That's what you get paid for. So if Luka's not in shape, and everybody kind of knew he wasn't in shape. Yo, I need you to talk to Luka Camp. I need you to talk to Luka. I need you like, yo, for us to win, because we can win. You took us to the finals, but for us to win, I need you to step up on defense, and I need you to get in shape. And now it looks like he's doing that in LA. Because somebody got in his ear. You know who got in his ear? Number 23.
I mean, but look at AD right now. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that it is, but look at maybe it's the training staff of the Mavericks.
Bro, it ain't no training staff. What's going on? Bro. That dude been hurt since the Pelicans days, bro. He been hurt since there's no like, yo, though. Everybody know AD is injury prone. There's nothing, and that's not a knock against him. It's just your body. It's blade of glass, bro. Your body made of glass. You get hurt. Like
what? Street clothes before.
That was insane. But it's like, bro, it's like your body's made of glass.
It was what's his name? Words. It wasn't mine.
It was Charles. I think it was Charles Barkley that said that. But
like, shout out to Charles. But it's like it's kind of true to a degree. Like it's his availability just never wasn't there. But we know when AD is healthy, he's a top 5 all everything. You know what I'm saying? He's and don't get it wrong, top 5, 75. That's why the reason why he's there.
He's a guaranteed future Hall of Famer. But again, we're not talking like if AD was in his 25s, I'll be like, you know, bro. This is a good trade. I'm not mad at this trade. But at 30-something AD, yo, you know AD history, bro. You know what you get in. You know what you get in. You know it's like, yo,
you wasn't trading
the what you get in, bro.
But you wasn't trading Brown though. I'm just saying, if he was in talks with the Lakers,
you shouldn't have traded nobody. Nobody should have got traded. AD probably would have ended. Like AD wasn't happy in LA for obvious reason as well, because they was making him play a position he didn't want to play. So he wanted out, but yo, you like yo.
He asked for for a big to play next to him, and then got traded. So that was even crazier.
But yeah, they would have probably sent him somewhere else, not to freaking Dallas for Luka Doncic. But your brother mentioned a good point. If another superstar gets traded, who next? Who would it be for the 2025-2026 season? I think Giannis might be. It could be Giannis.
Because fucking magnitude to get traded like that again, because that'd be insane.
I don't. If they say if, I don't know if there'll be another if, because if it will be like an aging superstar, like
Ja. Oh wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm sorry.
Ja situation is actually interesting. So what we at 30 minutes, man? We took 30 minutes on Nico, bro. But we kind of did both Nico and with the Mavs future. We both are in agreement that I think it's time to blow it up. I just think I don't know if they're a championship caliber team. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know.
Now with the AD down, there's
not the way. Not like we had. Yeah. I said it, and I'm contradicting. I'm kind of contradicting myself. Eating crow. We had to see it. I think I said we had to see Dallas and see what they look like.
That's where I'm coming from in it. That we had to see it. But like I said, they were the fourth. Right now, currently. So he's not thoroughly wrong. Nico's not thoroughly wrong. In terms of the defense that he said, defense with championships, he built a great defensive squad because they are rated 4th with the record that they have now in 3-7. They are the 4th best defensive team in the NBA. The 4th. Okay, so it's not like
they're 3-8. Like, they're 3-8, while the Lakers and your former boyfriend is 8-3, who's averaging nearly 40 in the MVP candidate. That's like if you break up with a girl and the girl go find a new dude who richer, handsome, money, got everything more than you, and it's like, yeah, I wish I could take that one back. Well, look, and the girl wanted to be down with you, right? She was willing to stay with you during the struggle, everything, and you dumped her and said, I don't want you no more. And now she with that all happy over there. It's like, I wish I could take that. Like it's one of the regret ones. It's like, I fumbled that one.
That's what I'm saying.
That one.
The owner, that picture with the owner and that fan, that's
the definition of I fumbled. That's the epitome of I fumbled.
That's the pinnacle.
That's the pinnacle of I fumbled, right? All right. Do you want to? Where do you want to go? That was a great discussion on Nico and an NBA, like on the Mavs, because we just got honestly now it's just like everybody's probably on a chopping block. If Nico's gone, who's to say Jason Kidd's not going to be gone? It might be time to hit the reset button on all of it. Just figure it out. Make sure to tune in for new episodes weekly and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow us on Twitter, Instagram for content and updates.